Good evening. It's Monday, the 18th of November, 2024. It's 6 p.m. here in the UK. Hope you all are well. Welcome to the channel The Fifth Guardian. I'm your host, Tony Hunt, where today I'm player of games. But it's not my story, it's not your story. Today's story is taking a look back over Real Racing 3 version 12.7 and looking forward to the next release, version 13. Before I do any of that, today for me is day 16 of gold harvesting, and my goal was to aim for 70 gold a day. Let's take a look and see how I've got on. Let me just share my iPad screen. And we'll turn up the volume as well. Although technically we probably don't need the volume, so I might just leave it on low, to be fair. So as you can see there, I've actually got up to 1,224 gold. Predominantly, obviously, because I've finished all the series that were open. And indeed, I've actually gone round another fame reward. So I'm currently standing at 586 in regards to fame reward. So I've actually done better than 70 gold a day. I've effectively done 76 gold today. So that puts me in an excellent position for tomorrow's stream, which will obviously be the new version and no doubt a new, very expensive supercar in the first event to win. More about that a little bit later. But what I wanted to sort of show was, if you look at, let me just go to motorsports and road collection. So I'm standing at 66% for motorsports, although I'm scratching my head on that because technically I haven't really completed any events. So I don't know how that's gone up by the amount that it has. And my road collection is standing at 73%, and that has gone up quite a few percentages. So if I just see if I can share basically the last stream of 12.6 and the first stream of 12.7, you can see how I was doing. So let's just let's see if I can actually get that. Oh, there we go. Which one is it? That one? Let's have a look. No, it's not that one. 1 second. It must be the other one then. I think it's that one. Let's have a look. Yeah, there we go. So at the last 12.6 update, my motorsports was at 63% and my road collection was at 71%. So during 12.7, I've effectively taken it up by 2% overall. Now, you'll have noticed, though, it did drop back down to, I think, 69% when the 12.7 version was in store. So let me just bring that back up on screen just to verify. But you can see overall, even though there wasn't a great deal of new cars and new series in this particular release, through the advent of discounted upgrades, I've been able to complete quite a number of series. So I'm kind of hoping I can do the same next month as well. So let's just finish that off by, no, it's not that one. I think it's that one. There we go. Yeah, so it was at 70%. So yeah, overall not too bad. Now just one final thing though to note in regards to this version that is obviously being updated, technically speaking, later on today. But in terms of my first stream, it will be tomorrow. Let me just, there we go. Let me just share my iPad screen. What I wanted to sort of like just go over is the fact that if we go to, so this is effectively the end of season 4, round 2. I do still have an in progress limited series, which is the Ford Puma Rally 1 Hybrid Limited Series. And if you remember what I said, is that I just wouldn't spend any gold in regards to upgrading it. So I've only taken it up to 24%. So what will be interesting, because obviously I've bought that car and that then opened up the limited series to me. It will be interesting after the update has been applied tomorrow, will this limited series be available? So that'll be one thing that I'll be looking to check in the morning. Other than that, pretty much did all the other events and quite happy with the tally overall. However, as I said, there wasn't a great deal of new cars and new series to enter. Indeed, if we go to Road Collection and go to season 4, the only new series was the Eternal Koenigsegg. So one car, one series in regards to Road Collection. And in regards to Motorsports, less so. We did have available to it, although it was quietly sort of noted. There was no big promotion of it. Was the F1 Reloaded? So you had the opportunity to purchase the Formula One Valenti, which I did, and again, I only applied upgrades that didn't involve spending any gold. So currently that series sits at 35%, but it's something I might revisit in the next release. So even though we had the opportunity of winning 2 Formula One cars, again, there were no additional series opened, and therefore additional opportunity to earn gold in another series. So that sort of is a general review of 12.7. So really, my ability of taking it from 71 to 73% was solely in the opportunity that we had week after week in terms of taking cars to 100%. Due to discounted upgrades. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention to the chat. So on the YouTube side, Alexander says hi. Welcome, Alexander. Thank you very much for joining again. There will be a little bit of racing in this stream, not a great deal, because it's going to be all about, just as I said, doing a review of 12.7, which I've just about done, and then moving on to talk about the new release. So let's take a look at what's coming down the road. Let me just see if I can find where it is. Let's have a look. Where are you? It's in here somewhere. There we go. I think that's it. Oh, is it not sharing? Will it not share? Did I share that? There we go. Right. Okay. Now, let me just... If I can move it to the other screen, so it'll be a lot easier for me to share that, because I can't actually read it at the moment in time. One moment. Where are you? There you are. Right. Is it still excellent? There we go. Right. Okay. So Dylan Durante says hello from Argentina. Well, welcome along. Thank you for joining. Good to have you back. So the new release is not going to be 12.8, apparently. It's going to be version 13. And again, what's really interesting is we've only got 2 new cars. But as expected, there is a supercar in the mix. So the Ferrari SF90 XX Stradale, probably pronouncing that wrong. And then secondly, Hyundai i20N Rally 1 Hybrid. So it's another rally car. Now, there is currently only one series for the WRC rally cars, and that was already open. So the question is, are they going to have some additional series opened up as a result of these 2 new cars? But interestingly enough, it's only 2. So what new series do we get? Let's have a look. Okay, so obviously it's saying there season 4 round 3 begins. Sure, no problem. And it says the Mercedes AMG C63S is the grand prize. Well, I would imagine most of us that are playing this game regularly probably already have that car. So it's more than likely our reward will be the alternative reward of 75 gold. I, for one, already have that car, so that's not a new car for me to be winning. I'm going to just skip past the special events at this moment in time, past the limited time events, because what I'm interested in are what are the new series in the game. Okay, here we go. Right, so it's telling me there's a WRC challenge, but I'm aware that this effectively is the existing series. So only if you haven't won the 2 previous cars, there's again nothing new here, unfortunately, which again is a shame. Now, this bit is interesting, the 2024 Champion Series. So this is the new Formula One series. And I did wonder if this would be the case, because it's basically saying that's been released. But I would imagine what is going to happen is because the Brazilian Grand Prix was in this release, and obviously the Brazilian Grand Prix wasn't in 12.6 because you could purchase it as a like an advance, an early release. They didn't put that particular Grand Prix in that particular series, the 2024 Champion Series. But it looks to me as what they're going to do is now add those Brazilian racers. I'm not sure what type. It doesn't go into detail. It looks like that's going to be added to the 2024 Champion Series. So if you have already completed that series, it's likely that's going to drop back to being somewhere in the 90%, and you'll have the opportunity of completing the series again with the new Brazilian track, and you'll probably earn 1 or 2 gold, I suspect, when that has been completed. So up to this point, technically speaking, no new series. Now, we do have a 3rd series, and that comes as no surprise. They're calling it the Stradale Experience, and obviously the new supercar in version 13.0 will be in that series. But interestingly enough, there are 2 other cars in that series as well. But it does look as if that series will remain locked until either Red Inferno times out, which I guess is the first event, or indeed you complete Red Inferno. So up to this point, we've effectively got 1 new normal series. Now, I'll come back later on and I'll go through the exclusive series a little bit later. So we'll go back up to the top when we notice there Red Inferno is a event, and I suspect that will be the first event, and obviously it is. There we go. So technically speaking, they're saying today. So in the UK, I think the update becomes available at 9 p.m. But that event I'll be looking to race tomorrow. So I will have a live stream tomorrow, and I will be doing the live stream a little bit earlier, I think. So my plan is to do a live stream tomorrow on Red Inferno at 1 p.m. UK time. So hopefully you guys will be able to drop by and see me struggle in an attempt to win that car. Now at least you can understand why I've got as much gold as I have, to be in a position where at least I can carry out sufficient upgrades on that car to hopefully complete the Red Inferno event. Now, the next event isn't until the 1st of December. So I'm going to scroll down to limited series. So the next event effectively in season 4 round 3 will be a limited series on the other new car in this release, the Hyundai i20 N Rally 1 Hybrid. Now, you know my view on this. It's not opening because it's the same as with the previous car from this from the 12.7 release, which is the Ford Puma Rally 1. It doesn't open up any series. It's just going to cost me a lot of gold. I suspect in the region of at least 300 if I apply the relevant upgrades. And then I'm not going to get particularly any gold back. I'm not going to cover my cost. So I'll probably do exactly the same as I did on the Ford Puma Rally 1, which is I'll apply upgrades when they're M dollars, but I won't take it any further. So I will do that event, and that will obviously, by the looks of it, be on the Friday, but I won't look to spend any gold. Now, what might influence my decision on that will be whether or not the Ford Puma Rally 1 Hybrid Limited Series is still available for me to race in come version 13 being applied. So that's something I'm going to look at, obviously, tomorrow before doing the main event. Okay, so that's that. And then we've got a Formula One finale time trial competition, which is starting on the 25th of November. So let me just stop that because I now need to go to my notes to find out exactly when that is. So bear with me one moment. Okay, there we go. Good old-fashioned pen and paper sometimes doesn't go amiss. So that is released on the Monday, and that is therefore just before the new time trial and new multiplayer series on the Tuesday. So there is going to be plenty to do, even though we haven't got loads of new cars and we haven't got loads of new series. Okay, so then after that, it's going to be back up to the special events and the Formula One Etihad Airways Abu Dhabi Grand Prix 2024. Now, it looks like there's only one F1 competition, and it looks like this is the finale. So you're only going to have the opportunity, by the looks of it, of winning a total of 5 out of the 10 Formula One cars, which means you're probably going to have to buy the remaining 5. The only fortunate thing for all of us is the remaining 5 will all be purchased using M dollars. But that's a shame that there aren't any more Formula One events to do to win the remaining 5 cars. But never mind, not to worry. So that's on the 1st. So that's a Sunday by the looks of it. And then on the 6th, we've got another limited series. Again, it's a car that exists. I own this car, and that's the Lancia LC2. So again, if you've sort of like picked up this game later, there's a possibility of winning the Lancia LC2 if you don't already have it in your garage. I do. So it looks like I'll just be getting the minimum reward, whatever that is. I notice it actually doesn't tell you, but we'll see. So that's the 6th of December. And then we move on to another time trial competition on the 10th. So let's go back up to here. Where is the time trial competition? There it is. My mistake. Right. Yes. So this one will be with the free rally cars. So most of us, I'm sure, already have the Toyota because that was the first car in the series. Probably have that upgraded the most. So it's likely, unless you've joined late and you've opened the WRC series with the Ford Puma Rally 1, most people, I suspect, will be using the Toyota GR Yaris Rally 1 to compete in that time trial. But we'll wait and see. So that's on the from the 10th. So that'll be a 2-week time trial. Then after that, back up to special events. We've got the F8 Tributo. So again, it's another existing car. So again, for me, I already have this car, the Ferrari F8 Tributo. I do have it at the relevant level in terms of being able to complete that flashback. But again, it's another event to do. It's another event to complete, and therefore there's some gold to be earned. And with there being VP as well, there might be some additional gold to be earned, depending on how that falls. Okay. And then after that, on the 18th of December, so I think we have to go all the way back down here. Here we go. We've got another limited series, this time for the Porsche 911 GTS RS Club Sport 25 limited series. Again, it's an existing car, so you may have this in your garage already, but if not, there's an opportunity to win it again. I actually don't have this car at that maximum required PR 90.9. I've actually got this car up. I think it's at 89. So I'm going to have to make a decision about what I do there. Do I want to complete the limited series, bearing in mind I already own the car, or do I just want to leave it once I get up to whatever tier will be available for a car that's at 89 PR? I won't know that until I probably won't look at it tomorrow, so I won't know that until we're well into the game and it's that limited series coming up. As you know, my basic rule is gold is king. It's important that you spend your gold wisely, unless you've got loads. And I know there are some of you that watch this stream who have got tons of gold, so it won't be a problem for you guys. I'm working on a little bit of a tighter budget, so I will choose wisely whether or not I decide to complete that limited series or whether or not I just take the car as far as I can based on its current PR. But that's another event, limited series for the 18th of December. Alrighty. Then we've got another time trial competition starting on the 25th of December, this time for the Bugatti Bolide, one of the Bugatti cars. So that'll be fun. And that's Christmas Day. I will be honest, I probably won't be doing a live stream on Christmas Day, but I'm sure there'll be something released. It just won't be live. In the YouTube chat, Shortakin says, WhatsApp. Welcome along. Good to have you with us. Just doing a quick review of what's going to be in version 13, which is released later today, which is quite exciting. And then there's another flashback, this time on the 30th of December. I haven't quite got the F there, but you can see it highlighted. The Furore Rising. Now I remember this car. I think I remember enjoying racing this car. So it'd be good to race it again. But again, it's another car that I do have. But if you don't, again, you've got the opportunity of winning this car. It is an expensive car though, so you will need enough gold to be able to upgrade it to the correct level to win. But it is a good car to race in, from what I remember of it. And then we haven't got a flashback until the 7th of January. So that flashback is for the Ford GT Le Mans 2016. So again, it's a car that I own. So there's not a lot of new cars to be won on this particular version. And a lot of the events that are flashbacks and a lot of the limited time, a limited series, are for cars that I already have, which is a little bit of a shame, but not to worry. Okay, so that completes what's coming up. Now, what I have noted again, if we just skip past, right, so before I do the new exclusive series, what I have noticed is it's another 8-week schedule. Hello. What's happened? Oh. There we go. Is that not charging? There we go. Should be all right. There we go. My camera stand died, and so it decided not to follow me around. Hopefully that's sorted. Sorry about that. Yeah, so it's another 8-week schedule. So that's 2 8-week schedules that we've had. And in fairness, this particular release, version 13, does seem to be following a very similar pattern to version 12.7, in that we're not getting a load of new cars to win, and we're not getting a load of new series in the game. Now, for me, I'm kind of enjoying that, because it means I can divert the gold that I earn into buying the discounted upgrades on cars over the 8 weeks. But for you guys, if you're already at 100%, it might be a little bit of a frustrating release, because there's not a lot of new things to do. Now, the reason why I go over that, because this is where your interest may be piqued. Because in terms of exclusive series, we do have the F1 Volante, and as we know, that was a new car in version 12.8. So it does look as if what they've done is they've put lots of exclusive series or invitational series. So the difference with an invitational series is effectively it's an exclusive series, but it's for a F1 car effectively. So we have got the Koenigsegg CC850 with an exclusive series. And again, that was the star car in version 12.8. And then we've got all the F1 cars. Oh, no, one below. All the F1 cars from 2024. Go too far down. So a total of 10, where you can complete the invitational series. But the invitational series works very similar to the exclusive series. It only opens up when you've upgraded the car fully. So it's going to be potentially a very expensive release, because that's a lot of gold to get all of those cars up to 100%. I'll be perfectly honest, I won't be doing that, at least on this particular version, because I'll have plenty of other cars to upgrade to 100%, open up some existing exclusive series, simply based on the cars that are available in either the weekly time trial schedule or the online multiplayer schedule. So there's going to be plenty of things to do for everyone, depending on where you are in terms of your completion level within Real Racing 3. So if your completion level is at 100%, you're going to have an opportunity to start upgrading the Formula One cars for 2024 and open up the Invitational series. If, like me, you're not at 100%, there's going to be lots of opportunity to purchase cheaper upgrades on existing cars, either take their existing series to 100% or open up exclusive series for those cars. So plenty of things to be doing, despite the fact we haven't got lots of new cars and we haven't got lots of new series. Now, I did miss one of the cars on the exclusive series, which is the new car for this release. So it will be interesting to find out how expensive that car will be in regards to upgrades, as that will most definitely determine whether or not in this release, whether or not I take that car to 100% and compete in the exclusive series. I'm suspecting I will hold off until there's a discount offer on the car's upgrade in future releases. So that pretty much brings an end to the new release, version 13.0. So overall, my take is it's a little bit. I don't know why this thing keeps dying. It's not because it's not charging, because it should be. It's plugged in. We'll turn it on again. So overall, it's a little bit disappointing from the point of view of new cars and new series, but it's another 8-week release, so that should be pretty exciting. So I'm overall looking forward to the new release, and as I said, my first stream with the new release will be tomorrow at 1 p.m. UK time. So that pretty much wraps up all I had to say. I was going to do some racing. I might have to go off camera if the tripod dies again. So we'll see how we go. So so there we go. So that's version 13, due to be released a little bit later on this evening. For UK, it's released in an hour and a half. So very exciting. But let's get some racing in. So let me bring up my iPad and share my screen. Now, I thought what I would do today, I have done it before, but I thought it would be an opportunity just to finish off the series for version 12.7, is I'd go through how I earn my M dollars on a daily basis. So let's get this turned up and let's get some racing on. So the first thing I do is I go into motorsports, I go into F1, and I go to the 2023 season. I have one car that I've upgraded to 100%, and that is the Ferrari. I go into that Invitational series, and I select in Tier 20 the Cup, which is the Circuit of America's Grand Prix circuit. This Cup consists of 20 laps and potentially means I'll in one race earn over 210,000 M dollars. So let's get racing. Now, as always, I like to stay out of trouble, so I'll go around the outside. Already up to 5th. Now, we're going to keep the interest of the 20 laps. Is typically you can gain 300 yards per lap on any car, which effectively, because this is a 6,000 yard circuit, you can lap every single car, and that's what I'm going to attempt to do. I am a little bit behind my normal schedule. I'm normally in first by now, but let's give it a go. Oh. There we go. Into second. Let's get first. There we go. We got first. So can I make up the 300 yards that I obviously didn't get on lap 1? Well, I'm already 200 yards ahead. I'm 300 yards ahead. I'm 370 yards ahead. So if I can keep up that sort of pace, I reckon I can lap everyone before the end of this race, including second place. Lee Melvin has entered the YouTube chat and waves his hand to say hello. Welcome, Lee. Good to have you with us. I bet you're excited for the next release. It's due in potentially just over an hour and a half, or maybe just under an hour and a half. So can I, as I say, make up the 300 yards that I didn't get on lap 1? So ideally I want to be 900 yards ahead by the end of this lap. I reckon I can, over the next few laps though, make that up. So let's take a look. Look at that, you see. Not quite 900, but already up to 850 yards. So again, because this is a bit long, it just keeps the interest knowing that you're in the potential of lapping all the cars again. It sort of just keeps the interest, while making sure you're earning the end dollars as efficiently as possible. So lap 4, ideally I want to be 1,200 yards ahead of second. Look at that. By the end of the lap, I'm almost at 1200. So lap 5, I need to be 1500 yards ahead. There you go. I'm already at 1300. Coming into the long straight, I probably will hit very close to 1500. So at 1300, that's 1400. 1460, 40 yards off my target. There we go. So lap 6, I need to be 1800 yards ahead. I'm almost there before the start of the straight. There we go. We've got our 1800 yards. So it's now looking good that I'm going to overtake, or rather lap, everyone. And that just keeps the interest, because obviously it is a 20 lap race, but I do really like this track. I think this is a great track to overtake cars on. Lee says yes, he's super excited. Very good. Okay, so again into the long straight. I need to be hitting 2,100 yards ahead of second. And I've easily done that. Okay. Atav Kuma says, "Hi, bro, from India. Remember me? I do indeed. Welcome along again. I believe it's late there, isn't it? So welcome along. You'll be glad to hear my stream tomorrow. Is it? Okay. Oh, dear. You'll be glad to hear that my stream tomorrow will be at 1 p.m. UK time. So it will be an earlier stream. You're right, it is. Yeah, let's have a look at that. Let's close that. Oh, of course. I'll tell you why it's logging. My mistake. Thank you for pointing that out. Let me share. So what I'd done is I'd shared the whole screen rather than just the game. So let me just set that back up. Have I now lost the sound? No. Okay, very good. Let me now share my screen. Thank you for pointing that out. I do apologize for that. That was an error on my part. There we go. Share. Hopefully, it should be fine now. Okay, that should be okay. So I'm on lap 8. I've got to do 2,400 yards ahead of second. I'm already there. Asphalt is asking how is it my camera's moving with right. So basically it's on a little tripod which has a sensor. So I can move and it follows me around. So it's really good if you haven't got a cameraman basically and you need to move around. I can turn it off just by doing a hand signal and then I can move around and it stays still. But I thought it was a nice little purchase so you can move it around. Thank you, Ataf, as well for confirming the stream's now okay. As I say, that was my bad. I forgot to put it just on the AirPlay application, but it should now all be working fine. So look at that, I'm now almost 2,700 yards ahead, which puts me a lap up. So currently I'm going to be I will have lapped everyone by the end of lap 19. Okay, so lap 9, 2,700 yards ahead is the target. I'm already well ahead of that. Okay, so there we go. Coming up to the end of lap 9, and I am above the 2,700 yards ahead. In fact, it's closer to 2,900. So lap 10, halfway there almost. I need to be 3,000 yards ahead to stand a chance of overtaking and therefore lapping every single car on the track. Obviously, it would help if I didn't do things like that. But now what will happen is I'll start catching the back markers, and there we go. As if by magic. So I've got 21 cars again to overtake, and that again just helps keeps the keeps the interest. I'll just pause it there. I see there's a few more chats. Lee's put one of the cars that he'd like to see in the game. Well, yeah. I suspect going forward, they're not going to put loads of cards in the game. So it will, by the looks of it, based on the last two releases, it's only going to be 1 or 2 new cars per release. Adfos has asked, I watch your roller coaster vlogs. It's just a little request that you should mention the fur tickets face blue wide eyes. Okay. So what the reason at the moment, what I've done on the roller coaster side is just shot the roller coasters. There is a series that I'm putting together and will be releasing over a period of months that will sort of go into detail to do with the how all the theme parks that I've visited this year and how to get around them, and also I'll cover briefly cost. And the reason why it will be brief is because obviously every year it changes, but I'll also cover things like parking costs and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, duly noted. It is something that I've got planned in my Rider of Roller Coaster series, which has yet to be released, but they should start coming out very shortly. So yeah, keep your eyes peeled for that. Spoiler alert, it's never cheap. Oh, I've gone off track here. There we go, we're back on. Riding roller coasters is an expensive hobby. Racing a game, not quite as expensive. Dynamic has asked, what's my favourite car? I do believe you are now the 4th person to ask that question across the last 4 streams. And my answer will be the same. It is the Rimac Nevera. That is an absolutely beautiful car. Okay, so that's lap 11 done, and I'm over 3,300 yards ahead. So I'm still on target to overtake lap every single car. There we go. UMB says hi in the chat, asks if I remember them. Yes, I do. Okay, there we go. So with it being lap 13, I need to be 3,900 yards ahead of second, and I am quite easily. So, in regards to UNBeat's little request, I'm probably not going to earn your subscription today. However, one of the new things I'm going to be doing in the next release is I'm going to be doing a separate series on Real Racing 3 called Practice Makes Better. And on that, I'm going to be racing the cars that I've got up to 100%. The reason being is because then I can do as many time trials as I want with those cars. And I'm basically going to be setting a lap with my current settings. And then I'm going to be attempting to improve that lap by turning the assists off. So, although I'm not going to earn your subscription today, hopefully you'll carry on keeping an eye on me, and you'll come back and you'll watch my series Practice Makes Better, where I will be going round the track, specifically the time trial tracks of cars that I've got fully upgraded, without any assists on. And I'm pretty sure that's going to be really funny because I'll be absolutely rubbish at it, but I will get better. So, yeah. Thanks for the request. I'm not going to do it today, but if you keep me in mind, I will be putting a series together to I will be putting a series together where I will start doing that very shortly. Thank you, UNB. Much appreciated. Okay, so this is lap 14. I need to be at least 4,200 yards ahead of second, and then at 4,400. So I'm still on target to lap everyone in the field. I suppose the other thing I should probably note is, as of tomorrow, I am going to be changing my driving style. So as of tomorrow, I will be using the Tilt B option going forward. But so you'll see that in tomorrow's stream. Okay, so 4,800 yards ahead on lap 15. So at this moment in time, I should have lapped everyone by the end of lap 19 with one lap to go. So there we go. I've got over 5,100 yards ahead on lap 16. So yeah, I should catch the second place car and overtake them on lap 19. So 4 laps to go after this. I can already see second place ahead. I should probably catch him in the next couple of laps. All right, there we go. So 3 more laps after this. Second place is only just ahead of me. I probably won't catch him on this lap, but definitely on the 19th. Here we go, lap 19. Second is just ahead. I will overtake second on this lap, and that will mean I will have lapped everyone on the track and done it with 1 lap to spare. Here we go. Oh, almost lost it. Okay, there we go. 19th lap done. I'm in first by a whole lap. Final lap. There we go. 6,700 yards ahead of second. Almost lost it there. Okay, there we go. That's a win. Okay, so there we go. $215,900 M. Haven't quite hit the cap yet, though. So, having done that race, put the car into servicing, ready for tomorrow's race. I come back out to the homepage and I go to home and I select the daily race, which today is Hockenheimring. I select the head-to-head. It obviously tells me I'll be lent a car. I think I haven't got that one, but I do own this one. So I'll race this on the head-to-head until I get up to the $250,000 M cap. And there we go. Already in first. Might have scuffed my paint job just a little bit. But this car's a nice little car. Oh, almost off. Back on the road. Still ahead. Only just though. He's quite close behind me. But I do like my head-to-heads. Lee is asking about the Aston Martin Valkyrie. I think that's a lovely car. Oops. There we go. So how many M dollars do I get for that? 9,200. So I'll do this at least 2 more times. And that'll be my M dollars earned for today. one more go. All this, start to finish, normally takes about 40 minutes. So in 40 minutes, you can have earned all the M dollars that you can earn in a day. So slowly but surely, I'll get this back up to the maximum cap, which will be 5 million M dollars. So again, I'm in the lead. In the lead by over 100 yards. So, oops, off the edge there. There we go. Nice and easy. That's another first. So that should be another 9,000 M dollars towards the total available. Okay, 234,000. So I'll just do one more, and then I think that car will need servicing. But my M dollars is at 2.8 million, so that's not too bad. So final race for today. And there'll be a case of waiting for the update to become available. Ready for tomorrow's live stream at 1 p.m. UK time. There we go. Only 10 yards ahead, so he's quite close to me. Should now be able to pull away from him. There we go. There we go. So there we go. So that's the end of racing for today. Set up, ready for racing tomorrow. Put that car into service, and there we go. All right. Okay. So there we go. So that brings an end to racing in the Real Racing 3 version 12.7. Next live stream will be with the new version 13. I will be doing a live stream tomorrow at 1 p.m. UK time. I'll obviously just do initial look around the new version of Real Racing 3 before then attempting to complete the new event, which is available, which is Red Inferno. And obviously, I'll attempt to win the Ferrari. So there we go. Not a bad little session this evening, and looking forward to the update, which does become available in about 2 hours' time. I will be obviously doing my first live stream on that version tomorrow, so Tuesday at 1 p.m. UK time. Thank you all that's joined. I hope you've enjoyed the racing and just the talk to do with the existing version 12.7, and obviously doing just a quick review of version 13, what's new in it. I look forward to the version having a race in it tomorrow and doing the new event. I hope you guys will be able to join me and join in the fun. So thank you very much for all of you that have joined today. Thank you also for those that have commented in the chat. Very much appreciated. All it remains for me to say is enjoy the rest of your Monday, wherever you are, whether it be morning, noon, or night, and to say thank you and goodbye.